All right, guys. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon for the ones in Brazil. Oh yeah, in Canada as well. It's afternoon. Hello,
Well,
everyone.
it's 4 o'clock here, actually.
There you go. So it's
Mm.
afternoon. Okay, guys. Tonight is a very special meeting. That's why I invited all of you because it's for the first time ever that we are switching the places. Our special guest is a Brazilian, and we have a full room with internationals. So Marcela is here. Actually, I met her a couple of months ago via English Brazil and she's one of our best students. So I'm pretty sure she's going to be holding a very interesting and great session. You guys know you just have to ask questions and she will answer. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to let Marcela take over and then you guys can start with the questions. Welcome and good luck.
Oh, thank you, Simone. She's great, guys,
Guys,
right?
introduce yourself a little bit, yes?
Okay, so I'm Marcela. I live here in Campinas, São Paulo. I'm 4 years old. I have a son, Gustavo, my special boy. I'm married. I work as a psychologist. I am psychologist. It's my that's what I graduate. But I work as a human resources manager or head of HR in a tech and educational company. It's a Brazilian company, more like a startup. We create some products related to educational field, like soft and hard skills courses, mentorship with more senior professionals. We provide guidance to students that want increase their competences for better opportunities in the market or change fields. And recently, I was in this kind of place, guys. I was in that phase that in between jobs. I was searching for a new opportunity like 2 months or 3 months ago, Simone. That's right.
Yeah.
That's why I came to the group. I research a lot. I really want to be a part of a community that I could practice my English, enhance my self-esteem, talking, in another language, and um, again, I needed to reallocate myself in another company. So in Brazil, I have a little bit difficulty because I saw a lot of positions on LinkedIn or other places, and the most of them demands the advanced English. And oh my goodness, I would never be a part of this. It's not going to be possible for me. It's not for me, and I'm sabotaging myself all the time. And so I started to take classes with English International sections. Right now, I'm taking private classes with Vanderlei, and that's been amazing.
In the
Um,
house. Vanderlei is also
in
here,
the
guys.
house, yes, Simone. So Vanderlei and Simone connect us. So Simone is a very special person, guys, really a connecting person. So uh, she gave me this present, and I am improving my English. And so what I started to study in this last 3 months, and this position that I took in 2 months in this recruitment process, I could pass the English tests and the interviews in English was in English, and it was okay. I'm starting to practice my English inside the company, talking to some um, how can I say, guys, talking to people abroad,
Foreigners.
really for yes, foreigners. Yes?
What an
That's a
answer.
difficult word.
Yeah.
Vanilla, help her out with your pronunciation.
Come on, teacher, please help me. This one.
Well, you could either say working with people from other countries or working with people from abroad or foreigners. All those could be
Yes.
correct.
Yes, and you know, guys, we're talking in English all the time, and sometimes, yes, I feel a little bit more difficulty to talk, but I understand very well when people are talking in English. I really understand. Um, but sometimes when I have to elaborate, you know, I feel that I can improve my vocabulary and my grammar as well. So, artificial intelligence are helping me sometimes. I could help it. So, this is a tool that I use in my work because I work in a ed tech company, a startup, and they use artificial intelligence in a lot of process there. And an HR processes, mentorship process. We are all the time you are thinking, oh my goodness, how AI can help us to be more productive, or how can we do more automatizations or automations in our routine to be more productive or to escalate our products, for example. So that's me, guys. I think that I
Wow.
talked a lot, Simone,
That
but
was a hell of introduction. I think we're gonna have to go ahead and hold this meeting as a business meeting. Before we continue with the business talk, please just tell us your journey with English so that my friends, they understand where you come from. When did you start to get curious, or something that your parents put on you, like you have to be bilingual or something like that? Please just tell us your journey.
oh, that's a good question, Simone. My family, yeah, we're Brazilians. My family actually never, how can I say, they don't see a lot of value in being bilingual or something like that. I am the only one in my family, like my parents, my sister, that really are engaged to learn another languages. They live at Pirassununga. It's more like a countryside of São Paulo. It's a provincial city, and they don't really, I don't know, they don't see the value that I see, you know, learning English, because I always wanted to growth in my career. I always wanted to know other countries, know a lot of different people than me. I love to learn with different people, you know. And when I was studying psychology, this is really start to getting big. This interest to learn more and to talk to people in English or Spanish. Like, oh, I wanna do a interchange. I wanna live abroad. I used to have a dream to live abroad, to leave Brazil, you know, to be expatriate, to be expatriated, you know. But yes, I just know my husband. We met each other in our in our, how can I say, a nossa cidade que a gente nasceu, our
Hometown.
hometown. Yes, we get together there. So our families are there, and we married, and then we had Gustavo, our son, and I started to work a lot in Campinas because here in the city we have a lot of tech companies, a lot of industries. So Campinas, it's a very good city to work, you know, to grow in your career and to study. We have a lot of universities like Unicamp, PUC Campinas. A lot of them are here next to me, and I could really I embrace these opportunities, you know, these work opportunities, academic opportunities. So right now, I don't see myself living abroad, but I see myself know a lot of different countries and connecting myself with different people, because it's important to me to know different cultures. I like to hear people talking in English. I don't know how can I explain that, but the sound, it's very good to me, you know. And right now, my learning journey is like I like to watch movies and series and read a lot of things in my routine in English, so I don't see the subtitles, for example, Simone, in films or series, they're always in English. So because I love it. Like I have a lot of podcasts in my Spotify. So I really put English in my routine. You know, I start to participate in another communities. They only talking in English, you know, and a different kind of things like religious, spirituality, or work, business, or relationships, romantic relationships. But you know, it's amazing, amazing how you can learn just hearing people talk to exposing yourself. Right now, I have a lot of butterflies in my stomach, guys, but I'm here, you know, I'm trying and I'm exposing myself. And I believe it's a great way to, you know, to beat this fear, this feeling that, oh, you're not capable to, and you're not going to be capable. Never. No, I am, you know, and I'm trying. I'm trying. I don't know
Well, you're doing a great job,
if I,
Marcela.
okay.
Thank you so much for your answer. Okay, Vanderlei, you have a question?
Yes, can you guys hear me okay? Is my audio
Yes.
all right? Okay, good. Thank you for inviting me. I'm glad to be here today. And like Marcella said, we've had the opportunity to work together, helping her become more fluent. And I've had the privilege of watching her grow. But I've noticed since I've been teaching English, a lot of Brazilians call me teacher. But it's funny because a lot of times I end up learning things from them as much as they're learning from me. But what I want everybody to know is how much she inspires me. Her dedication, her work ethic. She's a good mother. She's a good wife. She's dedicated to her work. She's amazing. And another thing, she's in the right field of being a mentor. She is definitely this is her calling, being a mentor. So, but mark my words, give her time. She's going to be special. She's making a lot of progress, and she just needs to pick her confidence up. And I don't know why her confidence isn't higher because she's doing great. She speaks good English. I can understand everything she says, and you know my Portuguese is terrible. Um, so Marcella, just keep going, keep learning, keep growing. You're on the right track.
Thank you,
Great.
Vanessa.
Thanks.
It's
So
amazing.
you didn't have a question. Do you have a
No,
question?
I really just had an observation. I wanted to let you guys ask questions because I've gotten to know her over these last months that we've been doing classes, and so you guys go ahead and ask questions. I'll try to think of one maybe later.
All right. Richard.
Marcela, hi. It's good to meet you
Hi.
again because I know we met briefly in one of the other sessions. And
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
I commend you on your English, but I do have a question. Why psychology? Why did you choose psychology as a subject to study? I was just listening to what you said and how, and the industry that you're in. I'm trying to work out why would you choose psychology in that type of industry, particularly.
Oh, very nice question. Richard, I chose psychology because I really like to study behavior, people, of course, people behavior, and I really since I was a child, maybe, I don't know, I always liked to connect with people, you know, to talk, to hear people talk, to know more about themselves, their lives, their dreams. Yes, I'm a really open person, and I like to really connect with people. Like in the past years, I've been training my active listening to really do a more profound connection. This is really important to me. I really love to work with that, with people development, see people growth in your careers, in your life. You know, when I see people taking better decisions, changing the course of the life because because they know themselves better, like self-knowledge, you know, like, oh, and people really, really, really can change your decisions, your life. And this is a truly transformation, you know, like, so I always try to involve myself in the business field, in activities that I will provide some people development, some guidance, really helping people. This is my mission, maybe, in the world. And so psychology really helps me to gives me tools, gives me knowledge, gives me the directions to do this in a more structured way. And when I start to work in companies, in tech companies, what I do, basically, Richard, I work with recruitment and selection processes. I work with training and development, mostly with leadership. So I create the initiatives, the programs, I study the competences. I create all the strategies to get people learning about and to develop this kind of competences and skills. And I work with mentorship. So I have some executives, some professionals that really came to me with some issues, some work issues, problems, some situations, and they really expect that I provide some guidance, like, oh, Marcela, you are a head of HR, right? And I want to be a head of HR. Right now, I am an analyst, I am a coordinator, and I want to be a head, I want to be a director. And how can you guide me to get to this path, to this position? How can I improve my profile? How can I connect better with people, do better network? So that's what I do, Richard, and inside and outside the companies, because I have this kind of two career paths. Like, I work inside a company, like my 9 to 5 work that I really enjoy in this tech company, but I also work in a more flexible way, attending to some professionals in a more flexible way. Yes, I have my mentorships. That's what I do, and I really believe that having this psychology knowledge, I can provide a more structured and profound guidance to them. I don't know if I
Wow.
respond to your question, but
Yeah, beautiful
and
explanation.
Richard, I remembered something. A lot of companies here in Brazil or in Campinas, they really, you know, see the value and have a dedicated professional, you know, working with people development, people skills. You know, I see a lot of opportunities, like for professionals like me, for example, you know. yes, I work with I work in this field mostly in my last 17 years. It's a lot of time, yeah. And in the past 7 years, I'm also a MBA professor. I gave some classes in an MBA. How can I say, in a
Course.
course? Yes, the MBA course. So I have two. Right now, I have two disciplines, two subjects going on. So there's more than 45 students. They all working right now and trying to enhance their competences, studying more, doing this MBA with me. So I really believe, in education, plus technology, plus people people skills. I really believe this three points, in my career: people development, education, and technology. Yes, I think I explained better.
I think that
Oh,
I
thank
have,
you.
first of all, oh, sorry, I don't have the icon to raise my hand. I'm not so impolite. Okay, sorry for my mistake.
That's okay, Renato. No
Yeah,
worries.
but first of all, I'd like to congratulate you for your initiative to improve in English through English Brazil. And I think that you are in
Thank
the
you.
same path, because I start to participate with Bruce maybe 7 years ago. And but I think that you are always learning. As Bruce says, you are always learning. Language is a kind of challenge in our life. But how long have you been working in this area, human resource?
17 years, Renato.
Okay.
Because when I was studying in psychology, uh, I got a trainee program. Is that
Yeah.
correct? I took a
Yeah.
trainee program, and I'm still studying. And I could starting to work in a multinational company, providing consultancy in recruitment and selection, Samsung, in this Campinas factory. And then I could not leave anymore this field. I really like to work, as a psychologist, or all quasi, né? Almost a psychologist, almost a psychologist. So, working in a corporate environment sometimes can be very aggressive, very competitive. But sometimes, I don't know, I just feel that I am in home. I am the right place, because I like this kind of dynamics. I like to be in a environment that is always challenging me, that I have to provide solutions all the time, that I have to think about strategies. When I have the opportunity to, develop my team, the people that work directly with me, like, oh, it's amazing. It's amazing when you see the results in this field. So, and I choose to work in tech, in a tech companies, mostly tech telecom companies, because I believe there is a very challenging field, technology. You have always to update yourself, study a lot, and this is very, very good place to me to be, to learn.
How are you dealing with working with remote work nowadays? Because I
Yes,
think
I
that
work
this
I
kind
work
of change.
remotely,
Oh, yeah.
100% remotely, Renato. It's not easy sometimes, because I miss the interaction,
Yeah, sure.
But it's amazing. because we use a lot of tools, IT tools, to communicate, to organize our works, our routine. We have a lot of rituals, weekly rituals, like the planning meeting by Mondays, the retrospective meetings by Fridays. We have checkpoints meetings by 15 minutes and Wednesdays, and so on. We are having these rituals really helps we to get on the track, to set the priorities, to establish our responsibilities as a team, and to review our results, you know, and change the course maybe if we identify some problems or barriers or blockers in our work. So we use a lot of no, not a lot of, but we do a lot of video conferences. We can't escape, but we also communicate in a, how can I say, asynchronous way. Like we have the Slack tool. That's a way to you change messages, private messages or collective messages, because we have channels. We have this tool that provides communication all the time. And we have a great platform called Culture Rocks. And this platform, you know, I can see all of my priorities. I can see my team priorities. I can change, you know, the responsibilities. I can do performance review through this platform. I can, you know, set my OKRs, my objective key results, or the, how can I say, we gave to the company the visibility of the how my work is going and my results. I'm having blockers or I'm not having blockers, so we can do this kind of things in a very digital way.
Okay.
We cannot depend in a lot of interactions to be this to be present. You know, we can do all these rituals and the work like remotely. It really it's functional, Renato. I really enjoy work in this.
I think that the only problem that you don't have the chance to have happy days on Friday.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't
the
have
beer that you
happy
have.
Fridays.
That's the only problem for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
you know,
good.
Renato, we do a meeting called All Hands every Friday, 11 a.m. We do this ritual, All Hands meeting. And our CEO, the president, the founders of the company, oh, they are very young, by the way. They talk to us, you know, they provide what is going on with the business, the changes, the products, the news. They took a time in this meeting to recognize people, to recognize projects. They have been well succeed. So that's a very interesting ritual, you know, and gets the vision for us to be a happy Friday, you know, because we can celebrate the results, we can celebrate the newbies, the new employees, you know, they're starting the company, getting together. Yes.
Okay, so I think that Richard has a question in the chat.
Okay.
Could you say, Richard, please?
Yeah, no, sorry. Marcela, I love what you do, but it sounds like work. What do you do for fun?
Mommy, Richard, I'm so hoping to get because guys, I love to talk about work. That's a problem because it's rarely I started to talk about myself, and I have to improve this area of my life. You know, I have to start to talk more about myself. So let's do it. What I do in I'm so sorry, Richard, when I'm not working, when I'm not working, I'm studying.
Well,
No,
then,
no, no, no,
what
no,
are you
no.
doing? What do you do with the 5 minutes that you're not working?
Very nice. Oh my goodness, I have to think about, oh, that's crazy. No, I take care of my son. Yes, Gustavo. It's a very special boy. He's an autist child. So I learn a lot from him, with him, all the time. So I dedicate myself to to get more close to him. I like to run. Yes, in weekends when I have my free time, I run in streets like 5, maybe 10. Oh, how can I say this in English?
Kilometers?
Kilometers, miles?
Miles, kilometers.
Kilometers.
Yes, yes. My pace is not so good, but I'm trying to. I'm testing my body. I'm testing myself. I'm testing my limits. So I'm really enjoying just running. So that's a great time to me to connect with my musics or some podcasts. And I lost a lot of weight. I lost 20 pounds. No, I lost
Just kilos, just kilos.
kilos. Yes,
Kilos.
thanks, Simone. I lost 20 kilos in the last year, yes, 2023. I established for myself a really better how can I say, a really better diet. So I eat so much better right now. I eat healthy food. I drink water, a lot of water. And yes, I eat less
Everybody
sugar.
got thirsty, Marcela. Cheers.
Cheers. Yes, cheers. All the time. I drink 3 liters, Simone, 3 liters
Yes.
per day
3 liters.
minimum. My minimum is 3 liters, and I'm feeling so much better right now with my body, with myself, with my health. So, Richard, I don't know. Yes, that's me trying to run, trying to work, trying to raise my child, trying to study, and trying to be a better person. All the time, trying to be a better person. I try to be a better mom, a better friend. Yes, that's me.
Thank you so much. It's great explanation.
Thank you, Richard. Welcome.
Okay, it's Vera, Laurence, Vladimir, or Philippe ready to ask a question? No yet? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead
Actually,
and ask.
no, I don't have a question for now. Sorry.
Okay, I do. Laurence, do you have a question? Otherwise, I will ask her.
No, go ahead, Simon. I'm listening.
From mom to mom, mother to mother. I have lots of questions now that you just mentioned. Your son's, if I can say condition, let's say. Does he have to go to a special school? How is it for you to deal with him outside your comfort zone with family that everybody knows about it? And do you feel comfortable sharing this information with the strangers? Let's say on the streets, maybe he gets an episode or he's a little bit sensitive, I assume. So he gets very easily overwhelmed in a crowded place, because Brazil, for me, it seems everywhere is crowded, everywhere with lots of
Yes,
noise and people. How is it for you and for him to deal with the situation? Do you also have lots of support from your husbands? So I think it's like 10 questions in one. Good question.
No, it's amazing. But please guide me if I am responding, answering your questions. But for me, Simone, right now, it's more okay to talk about it, you know, to reveal that, to deal with that. But when I get the diagnosis, the
Yes.
confirmation that Gustavo is an autism child, um,
How
it's
old was
very
he then? How old was he when it happened?
2
2 years
years,
old. Oh, that's young, eh?
very young, very young. Yes,
Oh,
he had
okay.
2 years. But why we look for help? Because Gustavo not he could talk, you know. He just it's just silence. He don't look he could look directly in our eyes or interact with us. It's a lot of silence, and oh, and that there is a situation when he used to see cars, some car toys. He used to how can I say,
Align.
to align, yes, Simone, align all of them perfectly. And I try in that moment when I am observing a lot of these behaviors, I start to think, oh, maybe Gustavo is an autistic child. Yes, he had a lot of we had a lot of signs. So we look for a doctor, a specialized doctor, a neuropediatrician. I don't know, is that correct? A neuropediatrician?
Well, I understand that. Richard, is that correct?
Absolutely correct. Yeah, it's a neurologist. And the reason why I can relate, I've got a nephew who's autistic, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Perfect, Richard. Thank you so much. So we start to have guidance from this doctor, a very special doctor, amazing person, amazing professional, and he guided us, Simone, to search for specialized professionals. Like you have to found a clinic, a specific clinic that will compose a therapy, like a group of therapies, phonoaudiologists, psychologists, and occupational therapists. It's a three fields, different fields. So Gustavo starts to do the package of therapies,
Wow.
and it's been 2 years and a half since we started, and now he did 10 hours of therapy per week, Simone. That's a lot. That's a lot. And
so he's not going to school yet. He's not going to school.
No. He is going to school.
Because I assume you and your husband, you work full time.
Yes.
So Gustavo is going to school full time as well.
Full time as well, because
with the other children, no special.
No.
Just with the.
No, it's not a special school. It's a regular school,
Okay.
because this school is how can I say, they really respect diversity, and they really works very well to be inclusive, you know?
Yes.
So really works well for us because Gustavo adapts, and right now, Simone, his communication is so much better, so much better. Gustavo talks. You see some sections, you know, he interacting, and he enjoys a lot to hear people talking in English, or to see me talking in English. So he's a different child right now because we really invest time, energy to provide all this kind of therapies for him, and the school as well, because his type of autism is the type 1. Used to be 2, but right now is the type 1. It's more, how can I say, it's a more soft one. It's more
Okay.
soft one. Okay, so yes, sometimes he has his difficulties with noises, with crowd places. Yes, he don't like. I can see, I can feel that, but it's not something that provides him a crisis. Like he not cries anymore, he not flapping, you know, or trying to be, or being aggressive with another person or with me. Yes, I believe Gustavo is doing a great work with the therapies. It's amazing to see how Gustavo improves, you know, in cognitive areas, in a lot of cognitive areas. Is that it's challenging, Simone, but I'm here, you know, and
Yes, of course.
But
Okay.
how school is going for him? School. Is he how school is going for him? Is he
okay,
okay?
Felipe, he's okay because we have the teacher, the dedicated teacher, and we have like how can I say, a support teacher. This support teacher, he have a lot of knowledge about autism and another atypical syndromes. Is that correct? So this support teacher really helps Gustavo and the other teachers to do the activities, or to help Gustavo not having the crisis, feeling more comfortable with the dynamic of the classes. Yes.
I have, Marcela, I have like 4 or 5 friends who also have children with autism. Maybe you can hold a session to talk about that, because it was also one of Laurent's questions. I don't think we're going to have time for that, Laurence. So let's see, is anybody else would like to ask questions? Otherwise, I'm going to just go ahead because we have like 15 minutes. Is anybody else who'd like to engage in a conversation with Marcela? No?
Yes.
So let's see, like for you as a Brazilian, right? Tell them a little bit about Brazilian music, because it's very famous. We all know Brazil, samba country, carnival, but do we have other kind of music in Brazil as well? And please share your favorite kind of music.
Oh, Simone, yes, we have a lot of types of music here in Brazil. Sertanejo, we have
What is sertanejo? I don't think they will understand.
sertanejo.
Maybe Vladimir can help you out with that. Vladimir,
Oh,
would you
Vladimir.
explain us what sertanejo means?
It's a country music.
Okay, is that all?
No, no, no. We have country music, we have samba, as you said. We have, how can I say funky, guys?
Okay, Vladimir is gonna help with that because he's a great funky dancer.
No, no.
Okay,
Funk,
show your
rap,
move.
pop,
You know, Vladimir
rock,
like
light,
huh?
Because it's a mix.
light
Funky
rock.
vision.
There's
Yes,
so
the
many.
mix.
There is so many, and all those styles, they are kind of trying to be different. So they try to mix with each other to create new styles. And then when you see all those streaming devices where they categorize all the types of music, and I said, what? What is this? R&B, and there's pop R&B, R&B this, R&B that, and then funk this, funk that. Okay.
Yes, yes, it's so, yes, yes, perfect. You know, guys, I'm really a fan of rock and roll, and I really enjoy some Brazilian bands, but the 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 foreign bands that I don't know, but my my taste, you know, my style of music is really rock and roll. It's grungy, it's classic rock, like Pearl Jam. I just love Pearl Jam. I just love Audio Slave or Nirvana. Sometimes Guns N' Roses, AC/DC. Yes, that's my generation. So that's my kind of music. But sometimes, yes, I really enjoy pop song, techno maybe, because yes, I used to dance. Right now, I'm not dancing anymore. Yes, I just enjoy this kind of music. And in Brazil, Simone, maybe we have a lot of diversity in this kind of things, you know, music. And I'm trying to think, yes, sertanejo, country music, funk music,
I think you
pop.
forgot one.
Yes.
Ashe.
Ashe
So
music, yes.
Vladimir, please help us out with Ashe. Can you explain then what that is?
Oh, I don't know how to explain Ashe, really.
Okay, so let me try to help you guys out. So for the internationals, Brazil is a very diverse country, not only with culture, but with like the only thing that we can say about Brazil, it's a one language, a one country language. That's all. Like everybody speaks Portuguese, let's say, but for the rest, everything's so diverse and so mixed, so different. Like look at us. Marcela is a little bit light skin. I'm darker. Vladimir also. I have natural curls, so we can find everything in Brazil. You can find Asians, you can find Arabics, you can find colored people, white people, everything. So when it comes to music, it's pretty much the same. So we have also lots of influences from all over the world, let's say. And then I would say that Ashe, it originated in the north of Brazil, where mostly Africans dominated the area.
How do you spell it?
So we
How do you spell it? How do you spell it?
A-X-E.
Okay.
So let me see, because I'm thinking in Dutch now, so I just spell it in Dutch, but I mean A-X-E. So there you go. I put it on the chat. So of course, if you're gonna Google it, you're gonna get a better explanation than the one I'm trying to give you. But it's pretty much like or I can say also that the bases were like samba. So people in the north, they start singing to get people together, and they go with a specific choreography, and you have to follow. So it got very popular, especially in the beginning of the years, like end of 90s, beginning of 2000. I think it got very popular because I remember, because back then I was in Brazil, but now I don't know if it's still that popular or not, but it's still like a big, like, yeah, how can I put it? You can consider it a type of music, typical Brazilian music. Like I also like what Marcela was saying with rock. rock music. Yeah, Sepultura is a very famous Brazilian band, and internationally it's better known than for the Brazilians. So maybe that's why you didn't mention it, Marcela, because internationally it's very, very known. Sepultura.
Yes, it's a
gonna,
metal rock, metal band.
yeah,
Yes,
I'm gonna
Simone.
put it down on the chat as well. And then, of course, as Richard was saying, we have the famous Bossa Nova, of course. We call it in Brazil MPB. That is, how do you call it? Música Popular Brasileira, MPB. That is a little bit similar to Bossa Nova, so it's also very, very Brazilian. So also the sounds and the instruments that they use, you cannot find in many countries. So when you hear, you can recognize it right away that it's Brazilian, let's say. So it's very, very diverse. Okay, so I think I tried to, with the little knowledge that I still have about Brazil, I tried to help
You saved me, guys. Very, very awesome explanation. Perfect.
What else can we talk about? We can go back to just asking, do you have a question?
Speaking of, yeah, just before you go on moving away from music, Julio Iglesias sings a lot of his music in Portuguese.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It is a lot of his songs. Julio Iglesias sings a lot of his songs in Portuguese. So he alternates between Spanish and Portuguese, which is quite interesting.
Yes, Richard. Yes.
I really didn't know that. So he's a smart guy because Brazil has a huge population. So he's going to have lots of fans in Brazil as well, right?
Yes. Yes. Very good. Great artist. Yes. Romantic, right? Very romantic, the musics and the yes. Very good. So guys, I'm here, feel comfortable, okay?
Yes. Oh, Vanderlei got ready with a question?
Do I have time for a couple of questions? Okay, just to, let's see. I know they tell you to live in the present. Live in the present moment. Don't worry about the future.
I can
Vanderlei, hold on. We cannot hear quite well. Can you put the mic closer to your mouth, maybe?
Okay. Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay. So, like I was saying, they tell you to live in the present but prepare for the future. So I'm going to give you a question. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Where I see myself, Vanderlei, in 5 years. Oh, that's a challenging question. Oh my goodness. Yes, let me think. But
it's a very HR question. So he's using your profession.
Vladimir, I'm so sorry. I'm feeling interviewed right now. Changing the chair.
How does it feel to be on the other side of the chair?
Perfect. Vanderlei, my teacher. Yes, but I will respond to that. I will answer your question. I see myself in 5 years as
an English teacher. Yes, English teacher.
Oh my goodness. No, definitely with you guys. Definitely, I see myself in this community, of course, because you are so special. You're so amazing, special. Yes, and improving my English, all the time improving my English. And I also see myself speaking Spanish, because Spanish is important to me in my professional field. And I'm starting a course in my company. They give me this course, free course, Spanish. So I'm just trying to get a time to study. But yes, I will improve my English, my Spanish. Yes, I want to, professionally, I want to grow in my career, but as a mentor, or I don't see myself in this corporate field. Like I want to see myself working more in a more flexible way. Maybe starting my own business in mentorship field, career guidance field. And oh, I see myself playing an instrument like yes, I have a dream to start to playing guitar. Yes, yes. When I was young, I used to see myself playing in a band, in a rock and roll band. Yes, and I don't know, maybe Gustavo. In another day, she asked for my husband to buy a guitar, you know, a guitar toy for him, and she starts to play and sing, na na na. So I don't know, maybe we can learn to play guitar together, me, my son. So yes, and I see myself living in a house, because right now I live in a tiny apartment, and I see myself providing a better life, a better quality of life for my family, a house, maybe living in a countryside, in a smaller city, next to my father and my mother and my sister. Yes, that's a way, Vanderlei. A lot of accomplishments, a lot of goals, you know.
Well, the most important you just said now in the end, family first. So you'd like to be closer to your family in the future. That's beautiful.
Closer to my family, closer to my roots. You know, I feel that I have to have some issues from the past, mostly with my mother, and I believe that I have to deal with that.
Thank
Yes.
you, he's leaving. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye. See you next time.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye,
Bye-bye.
Vladimir. Thank you so much for saving me on the music ones, you know.
Guys, I got a class starting at 6, so I have to go too.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Vanderlei.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vanderlei. Thank you so much.
Take care, everybody.
See you,
All right.
Vanderlei.
Marcela, I'm sorry I have to leave. I have to take my son to soccer. So,
Okay, Felipe, it was a pleasure.
okay,
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
so much, Felipe, for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Just
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. Just before we close off,
Bye-bye.
just while we were still talking about music, the most important or the most famous song is "The Girl from Ipanema" by, I think I just googled it, João Gilberto.
Yes,
The most
Yeah, that's
famous
Bossa.
Brazilian guitar song ever.
Oh, that song is amazing, Richard. Yeah, it's so famous as well. Really projects Brazil in the music scenario globally and etc. Bye, Felipe. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so that's why I mentioned, Richard, like samba, bossa nova, because people, and that's what I was starting to say, like the bossa nova, you can really hear and recognize it right away. You know, like the sounds, the instruments that they use, it's very unique for Brazilians, yes.
Yes.
Well, if you want to listen to
Ipanema
good...
is the music. Sorry, I think that the
No, go for
Ipanema is the music most player all around the world. Yeah, I was seeing a statistic about this music, and it's really famous. Yeah.
Just to end off, we've got a very famous South African group here, and the lead singer happens to be Portuguese. He calls himself J something, and the group is called Mikasa. There's quite a few Portuguese tracks that he sings on the album. You'll enjoy it. Mikasa, it's called.
Mikasa, Richard. Yes,
Mikasa, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Can you please write down on the chat so that we can
Yes,
Google it?
sure. 100%. Let me step it down now.
Thank you, Richard. Yes, man, I love this music discovers, I really enjoy, knowing a lot of new bands and new kind of music. Yes, that's something that really connects me to myself sometimes, when I'm listening music, I really can connect with myself and thinking about myself, my priorities, my needs. It's a very good moment for me. Very good. Thank you.
Okay, if there's no more questions, J something. Oh, that's it. That's a particular name. J
That's not
something.
That's not his name. But because he came to South Africa, strangely enough, and no one could pronounce his Portuguese name, they called him J something. Because his name is Joachim or Joachim something, so he eventually called it J something.
That's cool. That's really cool. I think what you're trying to say is Joaquim, most probably. You see,
That's
Joaquim, Joaquim.
That's it.
There you go. So that's the Brazil. Yeah, that is. It's not easy to pronounce the J. Yeah, but Brazilians we say Joaquim. Okay, guys. So if there's no more questions, we're gonna wrap it up today. Marcela, thank you so much for being our first Brazilian to talk about business, to talk about your life. You shared a very particular thing about your life, and it's not easy. So I really appreciate that. I think everybody did. So guys, you're my friends. I start this program inviting you to meet up with the Brazilians, but now we're going to start as well. I think I'm going to hold 2 to 3 meetings every month, having a Brazilian as a special host so that you can get to know them better, and also more things about the country, about everything that Brazil is about. All right. So just stay tuned. I'm going to be chasing you, contacting you privately. So you guys don't forget us, English Brazil, and you become also part of the community. Renato, thank you so much for the effort today. I know you're a busy guy and you had lots of things to do today, and you still took the time to help me out and be here present. And thank you guys. So I see you very soon, all right?
Oh,
Okay,
thank you,
thank you very much,
Simone.
Simone.
And
Thank you,
thank
Marcela.
you.
Congratulations for your job.
Oh,
It was
thank
really
you.
great. You did
Thank
amazing.
You
Really.
guys are amazing. You know, I really feel comfortable. And for me, it's not so easy feeling comfortable. So thank you so much, guys. Have a good night or a good day.
Yes,
And
it was a
take
pleasure.
care.
All right,
Bye-bye,
guys.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.
Yeah.